Clarets TV speaking to Chelmsford manager Robbie Simpson after a late 1-0 win over Tonbridge tonight. Robbie, a tight battle again, but this time we've had that moment of magic from Trotter at the end of it.
Yeah, Tonbridge are a good team. You know, I think they're 8 unbeaten before tonight in all competitions. They're a good, strong, well balanced team, getting good results, and they're up the right end of the table for a reason. And we knew we had to be solid tonight against a front pairing that are a handful, to say the least. So we were that first and foremost, and I thought the lads, Dave played most of the game with one eye. So he was a colossus at the back there, and Frankie alongside him it's almost like the master and the apprentice, isn't it? Them two. I thought they were amazing, and our fullbacks had a lot of ball today. Our wide men kept their wing backs back, so our fullbacks had a lot of ball, and they did ever so well, trying to start our attacks, but also helping cover when the ball went up there. And I thought we were the better team throughout. I thought first half we were the better team, but they had probably the 2 best chances of the half. And second half, I rarely felt troubled. And I just loved the attitude of our lads in that second half. When 3 minutes went up, you could see that we were asking how long every so often, because we wanted enough time to score a goal. And I think Tonbridge, obviously they're coming away to us, so they're going to think that a point's a good result, but they were asking for the time for the whistle to be blown. And I just love that attitude from our players, and it's not the first time that we've scored late this season, and it was a big point that we made throughout pre-season about draws not being good enough. Mainly that was spurred on by last season, the amount of draws we had, and we needed to turn those draws into wins to finish where we think we deserve to finish. So there was a real emphasis on that in pre-season, and I think that's carried on into this season. We've probably lost a couple of games by going for it, but we've won a few as well. So I'm really pleased that we kept going to the death, and obviously when you do get that moment right at the end, you need a calm head. You need someone to not slash at the ball, and if ever there's a lesson for how to control a volley and not slash at it, and just make sure you get a good connection, that was it from Trots, who is a huge player for us. He's so important to everything we do, really, and as a character in the dressing room, but on the pitch he's a proper leader. We're lucky to have him, and I've said it before, but there's no coincidence that we missed him throughout the whole of January and a bit of February, so we're so happy to have him back. We need to keep him fit and raring to go and going, but we need him on the pitch as much as possible at the same time. So big thanks to him for being such a leader on the pitch. Him and Dave are outstanding. The last few games, 3 clean sheets in a row, is down to them two as well, being leaders on the pitch and keeping us solid. And tonight, Trots is the reason why we've won the game in the end. Yeah,
it reminded me of one of those games that we had at the start of the season, like Oxford at home here, and we won in the last minute, and Farnborough away, and Chesham we won late with a couple of goals, and it was also sort of our solidity earned us the right to win the game late on.
Absolutely, and I mentioned in my last interview, we had to get back to that. We had a little spell where maybe we not got ahead of ourselves thinking we were a good team, but we were trying to win the game from the start, and we were a bit too expansive. And I remember a goal here not long ago, I think it was the Bath goal, where we literally had only Dave at the back on his own, and Ben was trying to cover 3 people when they switched the ball, and that was really unlike us at the start of the season. So we've got back to that, and I hope that continues, because we saw at the start of the season how fruitful that was for us. And it gives the forward lads, that feeling, knowing that you're rarely going to concede. It just gives the forward lads that little bit of less pressure, that they only need one. They only need one moment of quality or one bit of luck, and we can get the 3 points. So it's really pleasing.
And obviously a nice moment with the last minute winner. They barely got any time to kick off, really, Tonbridge. So that moment with the fans, everyone, Eddie running from one goal to the other, basically, you running down the touchline, all the staff getting involved, so a really nice moment.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Everybody down there is giving their everything for this football club, and that's showing on the pitch. Whether we win, lose, draw, have a good performance, bad performance, you know that everybody is giving absolutely everything to get as many points as we can and finish as high up as we can, and that's what the club deserves. But these players deserve a lot of credit for that. Like something that can never be questioned of them, and they deserve to be cheered and celebrate together when we win, and they deserve to be supported when we lose and don't play well, because you just know that even if there is a bad game or bad spell, you know that it hurts them, and you know that they'll give everything to try and make it right. So wonderful moment for us to share with the fans at the end, and let's hope there's a few more between now and the end of the season like that.
And we noticed it was 3 years and 3 days since your first ever win as Chelmsford manager, and that was at Tonbridge at home on a Monday night, Robbie. So nothing's changed, I suppose.
Yeah, the cycle repeats. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say to that. Yeah, thanks, I guess.
It just shows that you sort of 3 years. A lot has happened in those 3 years, and you're coming up to your third anniversary in sort of permanent charge. So sort of we're building on from those early stages. Your first win, and and we're up in the playoffs now.
Yeah, so it is. It's when I first took over, it was very much a project that I wouldn't say start from scratch, but it felt like that. A whole new philosophy for the football club. And an exciting one, and obviously there's been some downtime where things haven't looked so nice, and obviously questions were asked about the change in philosophy and stuff. But I think I've said it quite a lot this season. We just need to keep trying to get better and keep trying to improving on and off the pitch and build the club up to what it can be. Lots of times this club gets mentioned as a sleeping giant. But with no plan of how to make it a giant. But I believe in the plan that is in place. It's going to take a lot of work still. We're far away from being where we want to be. But small steps. We've got to build the blocks first. You've got to dig the foundations before you can build the house, and we're building every time, every day that I know on the football side. We're building and building and building, and we need to build the club alongside it, the structure of the club at the same time, and I believe we'll get there.
And a test sort of unbeaten run and clean sheets. We got Ebbsfleet, who've just scored 6 on Saturday, so we've got the table toppers on our next game, but they've got a game tomorrow against St Albans, which won't be easy either. Yeah,
you don't get a tougher game than against Ebbsfleet in this league. You really don't. But we're excited about the challenge, and we definitely believe we can take 3 points against them here on Saturday, and that's what we'll be working towards.
One to look forward to on Saturday, Simo. Well done tonight, and we'll see you there for that big game.
Cheers, Ben. Thank you.